I approach the dead body of the knight. I'm going to cast As You Were.
Immunus means impure. Your impurity is of body, not of spirit.
I think that you should talk to the father about how he makes his bread.
Apparently even a dog won't eat it, so I wouldn't suggest ingesting this particular batch.
A dog won't eat it.
And welcome back to Roll for Initiative. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our sponsors, Cobalt Press, for bringing this cacophony of madness and mayhem to your screen. Today we are benefiting Doctors Without Borders. Please follow the link below and donate accordingly. Last time we left off, we were examining bread.
We sure were. We sure were, Jesse.
With Kirka, our beloved dragon sworn. Kirka had cast a spell. What was that spell again?
That was read bread.
Read the bread.
Read bread. It was read object.
Read object. And
which
Kirka,
I believe my compatriot Gwen also cast earlier.
And then foolishly forgot to ask, has anyone gotten sick lately? I just forgot to do that. That was the thing that I forgot. And then, you know what? I sit in ownership of that mistake. It's fine.
This is why we are a team.
The real hero is Ember the dog, because
truly,
twice now she has detected that which we could not.
It's true.
As are all amazing.
Man,
the actual
MVP.
main
the best
character
girl.
here. We're just the entourage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were trying to infer whether or not this bread had been used as a weapon.
As a weapon.
And perhaps not a bludgeon, but as you muse on these things, you realize that weapon has lots of meanings. It could be something like a gun or a knife or a club used to injure or defeat or destroy, but then it could also just be something with which one fights or struggles against something. And
Okay.
in that you find meaning.
Okay.
I hope you did, because I didn't.
And we're going to...
We're on the way to the doctor's office. Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking the hobbits to Eisenbad.
Nice.
Oh my God, that's a lovely thing you said.
Wonderful. Here, I'm just going
Smash
to
that
pretend
subscribe
this is bread. And I'm going to stand and stop dead in the middle of the road. Do a little thing over the bread. And ha, and then say, this bread has killed before.
I'm so sorry. What?
What, Kirka?
It's bad bread.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good.
No, it's murder
I've heard
bread.
it's got better, though.
This bread has made
Does it have a
people
criminal
dead.
record?
I'm so sorry. This bread has made people dead.
You think that the bread is poisoned?
I'm so sorry. What?
I wouldn't know if it's poisoned. I'm not able to tell if it's poisoned. It is curious that the dog who hoovers, that's not a word. The dog who inhales anything that touches the ground.
I thought you said you were but she was very well trained.
I lied.
Okay.
It's unusual that she at least wouldn't eat something that's basic, that's simple and accessible to her. So whatever you think you are going to do with the loaf that you have, you'd better do it soon.
Victor says nothing and just starts walking more quickly.
Can I see that loaf, actually?
I'm so sorry. I'm very confused. You guys have been staring at bread for quite some time. Can someone please loop me in on what's going on right now?
Luciana does not give all power in this world, my friend.
No, of course not. I mean, whatever the
I was
leads.
able to divine from examining the bread through powers beyond your ken that it has been used as a weapon.
A weapon?
A weapon.
Mm-hmm.
That particular loaf?
Bad bread.
This loaf.
I'm still just walking
We're
at
all
least
walking.
three.
Yeah, we're walking.
No,
It's a walk and talk.
I'm speeding up. I'm 3 steps ahead, just behind you. Visceral mycosis.
What?
Is this bread magic?
I think he's trying to do magic as well.
How would you know?
I want to use my Eyes of the Maker
When I touch a magic item or some other magic-imbued object, I learn its properties and how to use it, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. I learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, I learn which spell created it. And that's just a mechanist feature. That's right. I just get identify whatever I want at first level.
Wow, what a great class.
Okay.
Wow.
I want to be a mechanist.
Me too.
No, it's dead ass. It's cool as hell.
Okay. Well, there's no need
Do you
to
roll?
roll anything. You do get that it is technically a mundane item in the sense that any piece of bread would be, but you also kind of recognize that several foods are full of life, and this is no different in that regard. It doesn't seem to be created by magical process. You don't get a lot of magical residue off of this, but it feels very alive.
Probably not cursed.
Thank you.
As you approach the doctor's office, it looks in poor repair, as most things in Antrior do. And you pass several troubling sights along the way. People seem to be kind of running some sort of smuggling operation as people like see you and like dart into alleyways, and you see what may be a strong arm robbery as you go. And you get to a part of town that is probably more disheveled than the rest. And you just see doctor right above a door of a single-story building, but it looks from the outside to be slightly larger than your average home.
Excellent. I'm gonna walk. Is the door closed?
Door is currently closed.
I walk up and I hammer that door as strong as my weak, skinny little arms can possibly hammer that door.
So it sounds like this.
Hello?
Please, sir, let me in.
Let me in.
Please, sir, open the door.
Yeah, I'm coming. Just a minute. All right, hold on 1 minute. And then I open the door and I'm like, all right, I've got patience. So give me just 1 moment. Hold on. No, hold this. And it's just like a bag. It looks to be some sort of cloth, and he's like, hold higher, there's a tube coming out the bottom, and it goes right into this young lady's arm, and I could use an extra hand. Come. And yes, we got to keep her hydrated. She's got the gripe, and the gripe makes them very unpleasant, especially if they get a little bit dehydrated, they start complaining, and you do not want them to start complaining. Oh, you have some gloves, that's a good idea. Oh, look, it's a fancy guy and his own pair of gloves.
Yay.
Now he just looks like an assassin.
You must not assassinate them, at least until I am done treating them.
You want to get any fluids on your hands?
I'm all right, thank you.
It's just a simple mixture of salts and purified water. I feel like it might help with the hydration. What can I do for you? Are you
Dr. Eisenbud?
Yeah,
Dr. Vindica.
Bramash Eisenbud. Very nice to meet you.
So I'm going to start asking just insanely just so many technical questions about what's going on with the patient in front of me. I'm asking about their RPM. I'm just doing like basic
RPM? Their RPM.
Respiration.
They're like,
mental status. Yeah.
What's the frequency?
Yeah, exactly.
And what's the frequency of their vibrational waves?
This is a very low vibration patient, doctor.
They're running a low-grade fever.
They're almost at a
respiration, perfusion, mental status. So how are they breathing? Are they bleeding? How are they thinking? Triage. And so I'm asking.
Triage.
Roll for triage. Can I roll for triage? Can I like look at this
You
patient?
can roll for medicine. He's like, yeah, I got it. Hold on, I got it.
Yeah. What am I seeing? So as I'm asking the doctor a million questions, do I need investigation for that, or do I?
I would say medicine.
Just medicine. Okay.
Yeah, do your thing.
Eldritch when we do it that way.
Let me go ahead and actually
so
pop this in
as
here.
if we aren't all attached to our own
So
individual
that's
mics.
14 plus 7 is 21.
Yeah, you assess, and with his verbal confirmation, they appear to be running a low-grade fever. They are all dehydrated, and the mental condition is I haven't seen anything this grouchy since my mother back in Tisk. It has been a very difficult time around here.
Okay. Any visible like like anything you can see with the naked eye, like skin changes, rashes, bumps, pallor, anything, rubor?
They are a bit sweaty and they are a bit pale and it doesn't last very long, but while they are under the sway of the gripe, they are unmanageable.
I am going to. Which one of these? Who's closing? Stand is closer to me.
I'll be standing next to you.
Okay, I'm not even.
We'll
looking.
have come in after you.
Yeah,
for
I'm not
sure.
looking at you, but this bag is now in your face, and I am moving, turning, talking to the doctor. You're talking about this stuff. Microscope.
What?
Okay, bread.
Bread.
A glass of magnification if you need some.
Thank you.
Yep.
Surgical equipment.
Surgical. I'm just going to keep just hammering away questions of this. You said clammy and pale.
Yeah, very clammy.
Okay, I popped this bread down on the table. I've got the magnifying glass out. How long has the gripe been around?
That's not how you prepare a slide, Doctor.
It's just a magnifying glass.
The gripe seems to have escalated over the past few months. It has been, we noticed early cases. I thought it was a localized thing, perhaps over drinking, and perhaps it could have been something else. But the connection with
When did you run out of meat?
It's been dwindling for several months. I think the town is impoverished, and people have been relying more heavily upon the plant matter.
Well,
I want to roll for. I'm looking for something very specific in this bread, and I think I'd be able to see something like it with a proper magnification. I don't know if the magnifying glass that you give me is strong enough, or that Dr. Eisenbud had given me is strong enough.
Can I, while this is happening, I'm just going to sort of take my shield and kind of just like press it into itself. And then I'm just going to hand you a microscope.
Lovely. So I'll notice that just like,
Wait,
perfect.
Can you just do that?
Also,
Yeah.
Very advanced piece of equipment.
while all of this is going on, sorry. Do you want to go?
No, you
no, I
go,
want to
you
know.
go,
I want to hear more about the
Yeah,
microscopification
me
process.
Oh, well, I mean,
Is that like a power that you have? How
yeah.
do you do that?
Wait, are you asking that in character or out of character?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're kind of hard to make, but I've done this like a billion times, so it's just kind of I can just sort of smash. I used to have to like think through it all, but I'm like really good at stuff. So it's
Good at stuff.
yeah.
God, she's a god. He's a god.
So I have this thing that isn't a microscope. It's not a shield. It's like sort of a shard of creation. It's like a fundamental piece of matter. You know, matter is like stuff, and
stuff.
I just know how to make it do what I need it to do.
Secret third thing.
Yeah.
What was this secret third thing? I've heard of this recently.
Yeah, but if you wanted me to like spell it out in layman's term, if I were using my transform ability while touching the shard, I can use an action to transform it into any type of non-magical weapon or shield, or into any object of medium size or smaller.
I think somehow that was more incomprehensible than third thing.
That's usually why I say the third things. I mean, no offense to anyone, but it's just usually people don't want me to like get into it. It's kind of
I saw that you
can't
did
just-
it, and I trust that it was done.
I've made a lot of microscopes. My boss likes to look at tiny things and make them look bigger.
I know exactly how I feel about explaining things. That's how people act whenever I try to explain mucocutaneous leishmaniasis.
Well, whatever is going on is going on. Is the doctor's office in the market square, or is that two different places?
It's kind of northwest corner. It could be argued that it is in the market square. It's kind of market square adjacent, just a little bit northwest of there.
If only
is
our
there
cool
a?
map was just-
I guess what I'm looking for, I'm willing to roll for it, obs. But is there like a water source? Is there like a well or something that I can see nearby?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I just want to point out that mucocutaneous leishmaniasis is like my favorite parasitic disease, and you guys should look it up
It's
if
a
you want to
That's
be
so
serious
crazy. I was
nightmares.
about to say the same thing.
So wild.
For a while,
If if you guys want some nightmares, look up. I mean, don't look it up, but you guys should look it up.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, there's a well just on the kind of southwest corner of the market square. You probably passed it on the way here. You probably saw that.
Okay, so while he's doing that, Gwen is gonna dip out, and I'm gonna go get some water from the thing, and I'm gonna bring it back into the doctor's office, and I'm just gonna hand it to him. I'd be like, "You might want to compare."
Absolutely. So yeah, I would be taking that. So now I've got a proper microscope.
And also, as you're holding it, the vibes are weird. It's weird vibes from the microscope.
I've got a weird vibe in microscope here.
It doesn't feel like any other microscope you've ever used before. You can tell it's a weird microscope.
I can tell it's weird.
It's a magic
Okay,
scope.
but it works like a microscope. I've got
It's
at
a
least
totally normal microscope.
20
Don't think too hard about the microscope.
20 to 80x resolution. I'm zoomed in. I've got a good field of view.
Has anybody else seen the Phantom? Because now I'm just thinking about the microscope and the Phantom. That's a deep cut.
I haven't seen the Phantom in a long time.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm looking for something very specific in this bread, and I will be able to see it very clearly at a cellular level, which is my. Do I need to roll for anything, or do I just?
Nope, you're a doctor with your passive investigation is high enough if you're looking through a microscope.
I'm looking for hyphae.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
You see, as you begin to examine, the sample that you're looking at is from the central part of the bread, and you don't really actually see that. And then you kind of move the sample a little bit, and as you get closer to the surface of the bread, you see it actively, way more rapidly than it should be. You see black tendrils.
Oh!
Ew!
Yep.
No.
Nah.
Did it look like the weird thing that guy spit into my arm? Or is it?
Oh my god, I forgot all about that!
I didn't, but I just put it on the back burner.
We have not addressed that.
I was unconscious, so I don't think I know what happened. But my arm's been normal, so it's probably fine.
No.
Okay.
That was glowing light. It was not even corporeal.
Yeah, I was unconscious when it happened, so I couldn't see
I'm
the
sure it's
colors.
fine.
That was
I'm sure
sacred flame. I was just flavoring it weird.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Okay, I'm going to. Is there I'm guessing I'm here at a bench, wastebasket nearby. I'm going to scoop that bread, waste spin it, flip around back to the patient, which has the tube in the arm, and investigate the patient. I'm looking for subdermal mycoses, and what do I roll for that kind of investigation?
How are you going to get to
He's
it?
looking
Are
for
you taking a
stuff under the
biopsy?
skin.
If I was doing, so I would start cutaneous, so I would start at the surface level, and then I would go down deeper. So I'm going to look closely at the skin with the normal magnifying glasses, not with the microscopes. That wouldn't make any sense. So I check the patient's just skin level, particularly around mucous membranes, or near the eyes. I'm going to pull down in here and look in the
Give me
eyes.
perception this time.
Sick.
Breatha, do you have
Maybe.
anything for
That's,
whatever it is that the person's doing?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
That's
Do you have
11.
a magic
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell? Okay.
A looky loo.
Looky loo.
I tried to
Something
ascertain
that
if
can turn really rapidly and create an image on the screen.
that's a looky loo.
I only have the one shard of creation, so it's got to be when he's done. I don't think
We
I've
tried
made
to
a
make you
looky
a different
before,
looky
so
loo.
it might be
Perhaps
hard.
named after a feline
Different looky
creature.
loo.
Yeah, we couldn't. We only have the one looky loo, unfortunately.
Okay.
Do you
at
need it
that
to be
point,
different?
That's so.
I got to
I'm
tell
gonna
you, that's the most impressive looky loo I've ever.
It's now the official name.
Yeah, I just want to know what the doctor is doing while all of this is happening.
Yeah, he's honestly
He's seeing a
he's applying cold compresses to like a lot of the patient's foreheads. He's doing his best to keep them hydrated. He's this cute little guy. He's like barely taller than Assad, and he's kind of hunched over. He's got just this crown of white hair. He's chrome domed on top. He's got these very thick glasses, and he's wearing like a dress shirt and suspenders that are holding up his pants that are pulled way too high. He is ancient, and he is stressed out. He's brusque, and he is doing his best.
Can I, as
And
I
I
see-
love him, and he's my grandfather now.
As he's doing this, is there anything in here like I feel like I can help in terms of like healing, in terms of praying for them?
You have several healing spells at your disposal, I'm sure. Now you may get smacked with like a tongue depressor or something if you try and touch one of these patients. But you certainly probably could provide some sort of panacea if.
Actually, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word.
All right. What does it look like when you do that?
You see, as this huddle's happening, and Azad hears all of the groaning, and as the doctor is investigating on this bread, and he's very confused about. No one actually properly explained anything to him of what's going on. Just to get things rolling, you see him stand in the middle. Once again, takes off his shoes, and is the ground?
It's just hard rock.
Hard rock. Then no,
Dirty wood planks.
Dirty wood
not
planks.
dirty, but old wood planks.
And it's a little harder for him. But as he steps firmly onto the ground, you see him close his eyes.
Put your shoes back on, or get out. Go to the church if you're going to start praying.
Ignoring him completely, I just close my eyes and
Dexterity saving throw, please.
About to get tongue depressered.
You're about to feel depressed.
What's up?
The saving throw, you said, right?
Yep.
Plus 9.
9. You feel a syringe pointing against your arm. He's like, last warning.
Fair enough. Put the shoes back on. Can I at least...
Outside.
Fair. I go out and then finally and I look at the door. I'm like, can't do it in there, but I can do it out here.
You sure can.
And I stick my tongue out at it and then take my shoes off and do it again. And as I reach out to the mother, I ask, please, mother, heal these sick people and bring them back to the peak that they should be.
Okay.
And as it comes out, once again, it's like this glowing mist that comes through, very gentle, as if floating in the air, and goes through the door, directed in, and settles on all these patients. And as I cast it, let's see what happens.
It's like D4 or something?
I can just directly cast it here, and not have to do any math. So let's see what happens. That gives, heal 1d4 plus 4, and it doesn't. What?
Roll them.
I guess I gotta roll it. So I will roll it. 1d4. Whew. Oh, hey,
Nice.
4!
8 points of healing?
Yeah, to all of them.
They seem a little more healed.
To everybody, actually.
They still seem
no. That's up to
grouchy.
6 people. Up to 6 people.
Are you just specific? Now, are you healing? Some of your party members are still injured from that last fight.
I think I'm going to do my best to assess which one needs it the most.
Are we still injured? We leveled up, didn't we? So we didn't get our healing point? Or...
You haven't slept.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, they are standing versus these people are on the bed.
So you focus primarily on the patients. There are 4 of them in little cots right now. They are cantankerous, but they do seem a little bit more flush with life. So the doctor's like, very good. Don't do that again. All right.
You're welcome.
You're also welcome. I could have put you right out. Anyway.
So I've been all over this place. I tried checking this person's eyes and everything. I'm not getting a good read. So I'm going to turn back to the doctor. Has anyone died from the gripe?
No, they only they stay grouchy and sweaty for
Has
a couple
anyone
of days.
died while having the gripe?
No.
Where is your morgue?
You mean the graveyard? It is over there by the church.
All the way back to the church.
But no one has died since the gripe has arrived, other than the people that you killed yesterday. Very interesting. We should discuss this later.
I need to talk to all of you outside.
All right.
Kirka's barely
guys.
come inside, so she'll just very well go back outside.
Dr. Victor, out of curiosity, when you went to med school, were you sick the day they taught bedside manner?
As a matter of fact, I paid very close attention in exactly how urgent a disease can be, especially at this level. I need to talk to you outside now.
That's a no.
Yeah, it seems so. All right.
Grab my looky-loo.
Thanks for your help. You're very good. I like
What
you
is your charisma? What's your base charisma?
8.
Okay. That scans.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Attention, he just doesn't know how to apply.
It's
I just want to know.
Got that read.
I am sweet as can be when I'm treating a patient, but if everybody else can blow it. That's it. Yeah, just I'm very insistent that we need to go outside.
Of course. Outside we
All
shall
right,
go.
keep your shoes on.
And
if you're
nearly
going to be
trip
in
over
here.
Assad.
Well, while we're doing
What?
that, Gwen's gonna make eye contact with Rita, and like kind of point to like the shard, and then point to her chair and be like, "That's it. That's the whole conversation."
I like it. Is this what that is?
That's titanium.
Okay.
Well, the core is it's like
Alright.
plated.
Okay. I was gonna almost feel bad, you know.
No.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
It's good though. No, it's
No,
like
it's fine. It's
soft-
great.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's
No,
not.
it's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. Sorry, we're supposed to be paying attention.
So are we out? We're outside.
Yeah, you're outside.
And
Out
that's
of out of earshot of the patients. Yes, okay. You were saying something?
I was just going to say, finally, at this point, you see Azad, like, finally looking very frustrated and goes, can someone please explain to me what is going on?
The doctor is
Visceral
about to give us
mycosis.
his assessment. What?
You what?
Visceral mycoses.
bless
Deep
you.
mycoses.
Can you like explain what those are? Because I know you know we don't know
Mushrooms.
what that is.
You what?
Mushrooms.
What about him?
How do you make bread?
Flour, water, and yeast.
Yeast, which is
Magic bread making stuff.
fungus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
When I looked at that bread under that amazing microscope, make one of those again later. When I looked at that bread,
It's still
I,
here.
I saw fungal, think of them like roots, spreading very, very quickly, especially near the crust of the bread, which is where they should be killed off the most. I can't get a good read on any of those people inside, but I need to look at a body now.
Did you check the water?
I didn't check the water. I don't think I need to check the water, but I will check the water later. I need to look at a body.
All right. Well, there's a
I
whole bunch
don't
over
think
there.
they would be very appreciative of you digging up.
They're
bread.
dead. They don't need to appreciate it at all.
Well, is there like a
I'm
morgue
sorry,
here? We don't have to. We don't
There
need
is-
to.
The
dig
doctor
up-
said that there's a graveyard near the church. I remember seeing it on the way in. We need to go there.
I apologize,
came
but
from there.
that is unacceptable here.
Azad, I
No.
appreciate your religion.
If only
but you-
there were a bunch of dead bodies in the street this morning. Has anybody cleaned them up yet?
Has anybody cleaned them up yet?
Some of them.
They haven't been
they've
buried, certainly.
Yeah, they've been kind of pulled away now. Yeah.
And
Those
by
were
the
the
way,
bodies of the assailants or the bodies of townspeople? Or
Yes.
both? Yes. Okay.
What time of day is it?
We are probably looking at late to mid morning.
Okay, so not that much time has passed.
Yeah.
Okay, sun's still shining. Let's find some dead people.
You do what you must to the living and anybody else, but you will not disturb the dead that have been already put to rest.
I promise you, worse has already happened to them than what I want to do to them. It is imperative that I get a good look at their bodies, inside and out, in order to understand what's going on here.
Azad, I am also of the faith, and our faith does not govern those who do not subscribe to it. Let the doctor do what he must do.
If you get a permission from the families, I will step aside, but tread carefully.
I am deeply frustrated by this, and I'm no, yeah. So I'm going to be visibly very agitated and just start walking that way.
Is there... okay, you're off. Good.
I'm off.
Gwen will notice this, and she'll look back at Azad. Azad,
Yes.
why don't we go back to the church and see what good we can do for the living? I know it's important to you, but I think trying to stop Dr. Victor when he's in such a determined state is going to be
I do
fighting against a
apologize.
wall.
But I don't know him.
I don't-
We don't know any of us.
I don't
I
know.
may respect you and know and be a bit more appreciative of what you have to say, considering you have roots here. I am an outsider, yes, but I've been here long enough to appreciate and respect and care for the people under my cause. And I do not and will not abide by any disrespect or anything that would put them in a position that is disgraceful. I'm sorry if that is causing problems or issues to you, but that is not your call to make. If there is another way to do this, I appreciate it, but
We have no authority over one another, Azad.
I started walking a second ago. Am I out of earshot of any of that?
Yeah, I think
I
I would
think
try
so.
to like
I-
head Azad off.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it would make sense that I
Yeah.
was out of it because I am booking it. Yeah,
And you're a
I'm
tall
not
dude.
I'm a tall dude. I am very scrawny, but I'm trying.
Long strides.
Long strides. Yeah, so I'm pacing.
All right, team. What are we doing?
I'm going back to the town. I need to find the bodies in the streets and see if anybody's claimed them yet. Not the bodies of the assailants, the bodies of the townsfolk.
How many townsfolk died? Do we know?
You don't.
Okay.
You know of at least one that was lit on fire and cut in half. That's a bad way to go.
Kirka will sort of... She's just trying to... She's sort of standing there for a minute, just trying to wrap her head around what's going on, and nobody is listening to any reason. And so after a moment, she's decided, well, I'm not standing around here doing nothing. My edict is to do good above all, and I do not care if it is enacted upon the dead or the living. I will not do nothing. Come, Ember. And she turns and strides off after the doctor.
Okay.
Rita's just kind of standing there. Kind of want to go tend to my business.
I was gonna say, I was like, slip away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're going that way. They're going that way, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm just gonna go head to the merchant square.
Love that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take this in the order I think is most narratively interesting.
Okay.
As the two of you arrive at the church,
Well, I think point of clarification, KP, did you want to follow them? Because I think Gwen was trying to like enact some good, but if you want to follow them to like continue this conversation, what do you think?
I think as long as he's not heading towards the graveyard specifically.
Okay.
He is heading towards wherever the bodies of the victims are held, which is probably near there. I don't know.
Yeah. Like he was purely concerned of digging up those that have already been buried.
Right,
And their sanctity. So
I'm looking for the
as long
fresh.
as he's going in the other direction of that.
Yeah, I'm looking for the freshly dead.
Yeah.
That's
then,
what
yeah.
yeah.
He will,
Azad, do you want to maybe come with and offer a prayer?
yes, I think that would be prudent.
All right,
I
that might be
appreciate it.
nice. All right, let's go with the doctor then.
I'm so sorry. What?
I was going to go with the doctor and say a prayer.
Very well.
You can do whatever you want.
No. Please follow me. This is like, you'll follow whatever I think.
Cool.
so you guys are the
It's
four
sort
of
of in a
you.
line where it's sort of Doctor, Kirka rapidly catching up to the doctor, the two of them going together.
Keeping an
and
eye. Yeah.
Heading that general direction as well.
I'm heading back to the town
because it's just towards town.
where bodies be.
And you I also uploaded a very primitive map of Montreal. It's not.
Where?
It's nothing.
There's a map
It's in
found.
Discord,
Oh, Discord.
In the
Okay.
Discord.
and it is not nearly as good as Wildcraft Map's own map
Oh.
of Talam here.
It is insanely good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good.
Thank you. I'm going to. I'm going to go to.
Oh, so
Dr.
we're all walking in the same direction.
effectively walking in the same
We're like,
direction.
amazing.
Like storming off in separate directions, angry at one another, unfortunately going to the same place. Dr. Vindica, you begin to search, and there don't appear to be. The casualties were fairly low. You caught this early. There was the one gentleman, and you do see a group of tough-looking characters kind of congregating on a corner along the way, and you're able to with your passive perception pick up. He was one of ours, and then you have the site where the gentleman was bisected with a broadsword. There appear to have been 2 victims of this attack.
Okay. You said the victims are there, or there are people talking about the victims where they were killed?
Neither victim seems to be right there.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to those people
Yep.
and ask, be as polite as I can with my low charisma score, but just like, excuse me, where were the victims taken?
The kind of tough looking guys kind of look you up and down and say, none of your business. You just go on about yours.
Forgive me
The
for
pack
being...
takes care of its own, and you're just going to have to find something else to do with your time. There is, however, 2 sites. Or you're more than welcome to make some sort of...
There are two sites, like 2 places.
there are basically 2 murder scenes.
Are there peeps about both places?
Yes.
Okay, move on to the next peeps.
Yeah. You see kind of a vicious looking gentleman kind of doing his best to like surveil the area and kind of there's a puddle of blood, just a lot, just all of the blood of one person.
What came out of me earlier? Yeah.
Oh, yours. I was gonna say, so you found yourself again.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And he seems to be looking. He looks like some sort of constable. And he's trying to put some like sawdust at this just deep pool of blood and just get it off the streets.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up and say, excuse me, where is the body that was here?
Well, I'm sorry, do you have business with the dead?
I do. I absolutely do. I am a doctor. I am here to assess the damage. I am here to perform an autopsy.
All right.
As soon as he says those words, you just see Azad just like face palm a little.
And you see what appears to be a person of half-orc lineage, Constable Bailey. Nice to meet you.
Dr. Victor Vindica.
All right. It's highly improper to just let me dig through the body of a murder victim, but
I assure you, I'm not just digging through them. I am examining them and learning from them. They may not have died in vain. Their death may actually save countless more lives.
persuasion check.
That's going to be bad. It's a -1 attached to it. It is a 1. It's a 1.
Okay, wait. Okay.
It's a dirty 1, but it's a 1
Do you have
nonetheless.
any luck?
I do have some
3
luck.
luck, you can
Let me
reroll.
re-roll with the 3 luck.
I would not do that. Oh, yeah, reroll, yes.
Yeah, re-roll with the 3 luck. Now it's a 20.
Yay!
It's a dirty 20.
It must be your lucky day, because I'm feeling a bit generous, and also I got no leads. And also I hear you and yours made this town a safer place, and I take that personal, so thank you. In spite of what the mayor might have had to say about everything, I don't think you had anything to do with his madness. So let's go. Come on. I've got most of the chunks over there at the constable's office.
Heading off with the constable.
You said it was Constable Bailey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to write that down too.
Just trying to get those names.
Notable
dog.
personages.
And as you walk, the gentleman standing on the adjacent corner that we're looking at what was clearly another murder scene kind of glance your way and kind of scowl a little bit. You realize that there's a bit of tension between Constable Bailey and whoever that is over there.
Yeah, no, they called themselves a pack. That would make sense.
Constable Bailey, it takes you up to a very mirror. It's literally a jail. It's just a jail. It's got 2 small cells. Says constable's office in like, it's just carved into the door with like a primitive like copper plate style text. And it's like, all right, well he's in here. He was a good lad. Helped me around the office every now and again.
Can I see the cadaver already?
It's not even like it's not a typical like operating table. It is a table. And there's like a sheet over it. There's 2 pieces and it's just red in the middle.
Is it just 2 pieces of person?
Yeah.
They're on the table. Okay, excellent. I'm going to walk over there.
Great.
You're not going to want to watch this.
I think I might.
I'm going to start working immediately.
Yeah.
If you're asking for realism here, this will take time.
Wait, Doctor?
Yes.
Azad? You should say a prayer.
If you don't mind, before you desecrate the body. Further.
Take all the time you need.
And Eileen, would you like to join me? Or anybody
No.
else?
No, thank you.
Kira will just sort of bow. No,
Yeah.
yes.
May the mother embrace you. May your pain be ever put to rest. And may the life that you find after this is of peace, of love,
Gwen's gonna like the
and more.
doctor.
Rest in peace, and I will see you on the other side.
A woman.
A woman.
Dang it.
Them.
I'll be thanking you for that. That was lovely there. You look familiar. I don't. Constable Bailey, not to.
We've had a couple of occasions of meeting, but perhaps I hadn't had the chance to introduce myself. Azad. Pleasure to meet you.
All right, pleasure, Azad. Friend of yours.
You could say that, yes. He
Oh,
is
say
trying
it.
to do good.
Friggin'
He's got a neck issue, I see.
Daniel Day-Lewis over here gets
Since
into
we're all kind of
character.
going in the same area, can I just hang around for this?
Sure. So I was going to go back to you. I'm sorry. There's a whole
No,
thing
no,
out
I
there.
was just thinking, but yeah, no. I wanted to just split off.
Meanwhile, back at the round.
Well, I wanted
really
to split
want
off
that.
when I thought everyone was splitting, but if everyone's together, I was like, well, I'm not just gonna like be like, okay, well, bye.
No.
I mean,
I
I
really
want to
want
know
that.
about your
Yeah.
side quest.
I want to know
Yeah.
what happens with a hot blacksmith. I assume she's hot.
I'm gonna make up.
Yeah, because it's a forge.
The fourth.
Yeah.
Well, doctor,
You can
don't
cover
let
it.
me.
It's not secret.
I mean, what all do you need to find in the poor boy? He was killed by a sword.
I'm just going to not say anything. I'm just going to be working.
He was killed by a sword.
Yes,
He was killed by
we
a
know,
sword.
the doctor takes his work very seriously, and
It's killed by a sword.
I mean,
Cause of death, a sword.
There's a guy with a
They
sword.
killed me, Mal. They killed me with a sword. Perhaps it's best if we leave the doctor to his work.
No, I'll keep an eye on him, but I'll try not to interrupt.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what leeway you want to give narratively, but like in reality, this would take a couple of hours.
Sure. All right.
At
well,
minimum.
After you go for like
I'm not
more
doing, like,
than
a
30 seconds, he's
full-blown-
like, "Well, I've got some paperwork to do, but don't do anything untoward to the poor lad. He was a good lad."
Coolio.
couldn't be any worse than
I wouldn't. That's
Coolio.
not what Dr. Victor said. Sorry.
I want
Victor
it now.
says nothing. It just works.
Coolio.
And you see, Constable
on the
Bailey
spot.
is just a mountainous guy. He's got just some light green undertones to his skin. And he's got this great like mustache that turns into sideburns. He's got like a bowler cap on, and these big broad shoulders with like these cool lapels with little ornamentations on them, and like a very tightly buttoned. It's just bursting at the seams.
He's a Victorian orc. He's a Victorian.
He's a-
Victorian.
Nice.
I was
That's
picturing a Mountie, but this is better.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be right if I just like left him to his devices. He seems like a knowledgeable vampire. Kidding about that.
Well,
so.
the doctor's not good at talking or standing or
Well, he talked to me.
staying alive, but he seems fairly good at his art, such as it is, and I don't purport to understand his methods, but I'm very interested to see if they turn out in our favor in this case.
Sure. And again, I'll be thanking you for your efforts in keeping the town safe. I got a lot of love for these people, and yeah, that's all.
I took my jacket off because I didn't want to get it dirty while dissecting, but now I'm actually cold.
You're
That's the problem with method
It is
acting, man.
actually-
I'm wearing half a shirt.
Yeah. Complain about it. You
I'm
made
not.
that choice.
I'm not.
I wore a jacket, and now I'm not.
Hey, Retha, what are you doing?
Yeah. Do you want to
Let's
take?
cut to Retha. Put your
Yeah.
jacket
Do you want to
back
go?
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
sure. I will probably hang around there for a minute, see that going down. But like, yeah, I'm just walking.
It just becomes a long time, and like the sheriff doesn't want to like leave the premises, but he's bored out of his gourd.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tend to my business.
All right. So as you head to the smith, you hear it before you see it, and then you see like a billow of black smoke kind of escape from a flue. But the entire time you hear clang, 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 just rhythmic, very precise rhythmic hammering.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of head in, and I guess if I head in, is there like ring bell for service kind of situation? I'm just gonna stand there
It
awkwardly.
is just an open door. There's no bell.
Okay. How long? I'm just gonna stand there and see if she notices I'm in the shop, just waiting.
Sure. It takes a minute. You see clearly a dwarven woman, kind of shocking red hair, pulled it into like a very tight bun on the back of the head, wearing some heavy goggles and like a smith's apron, powerful build, just clanging away at what appears to be like a glowing something, and you realize she's making a scythe blade for probably for one of the local farmers, and it's fast. You get to watch it go from kind of a glowing
Ingot?
ingot. Ingot is a big one. It's the smaller one. There's a word for it.
Sure.
We'll
Yes.
edit it in later. A blank.
Only we
It's
had a way to look these things up.
and
chunk
anyway,
of hotness.
it's just a small.
Call it a blank.
An ore?
No, it's
that's
a.
what the
Oh man!
unrefined
It's
metal
okay.
is.
It's an ingot. A small ingot of glowing steel.
A billet?
A billet. That's the word I was looking
That's
for.
a cylindrical or square shape
Yep.
with the cross-sectional area smaller than that of an ingot.
Yep.
Used in the production of bars, rods, and tubes.
Yep.
Thank God we figured that out.
Yeah.
I've hammered a billet before. I just couldn't think of the word.
The series is saved.
All right. You know what we can do? She's hammering away at a glowing billet on her anvil.
Wow, it's so cool you knew that word, Jeff.
There's
Wow.
so many blacksmiths in the comments right now that are explaining why we're using this word.
Oh yeah. Hey blacksmiths. I'm sorry.
Smash subscribe, blacksmiths.
And with surprising alacrity, especially somebody who's familiar with the intricacies of metallurgy yourself, she's shaping out this scythe blade rapidly, smoothly, well practiced. And she takes a second and she dips it in some what appears to be hot oil to quench it. And she picks it up and kind of looks at it. She's like, all right, well, thank you for not interrupting. I really like to get in the zone. What can I get for you?
Yeah, I'm here on business from
Business?
the magnificent and illustrious Corrie Noel.
Oh, all right. That's. I don't want to do that kind of business anymore.
Okay. I have to give you this here. It's from.
All right.
I mean, you can say no, but I just needed to hand deliver this instead of sending it via post.
I don't really check the mail. Yeah. Why?
What?
Why am I going to help you?
Well, it's a pretty intricate piece, and I'm pretty good at metallurgy, but you know, yeah, but I'm not the specific kind of sort of precision that you need for those kinds of blades. I'm more about like the ore and things rather than the specificity of the finery of the materials.
Right, I always know that. All right, well, you've got some Dorothy in you. That's lovely to see.
This is my mom. The dwarf.
That's your mum?
No, just my mom's.
Mom's a dwarf? Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, all right.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Giannis.
All right, that's not what I was expecting, but is that a married name?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
The character said that.
Yeah.
Persuade me.
Wait.
What you got?
Hold on. I got to check.
She's got a check.
I got to check. 18.
Wait, what?
Nice.
Whoa.
With a natural 19.
Well, yours.
At least the dice was in your favor.
You look like a sweet one. All right. Well.
Yeah, here and I'll pull out some of the blueprints of what I was working on. So this is the overarching machine, and then
That's pretty good. Honestly, like, where did you learn again?
I guess I'm kind of self-taught. I mean, I've just sort of been working for Noel and just meeting. I travel a bit and just kind of apprentice under people, but mostly under him. I mean, I don't know if you know them, but
know of him?
Yeah, and they're not good at this kind of stuff, but they know people who are. Anyways, so
Yeah,
this
they know
is
me.
Yeah, this is where like we need the blades, and this has to. It's for focus of this weird. I didn't really ask questions about what kind of
you need
rituals.
to start asking the questions.
Yeah, well, it's just here you can.
All right, hand it over.
Yeah,
Aye,
it's just I don't think I can make them that well.
Yeah, you can. Stop being lazy.
I mean, I might need some help figuring out how to make them that well.
You've got it. Sure. All right. Well, let me take a look. See, that's all you came here for.
Yeah.
I noticed some hesitation in your voice there, love.
Well, I came to come see some witches in the woods.
There's the lore drop.
You did what?
Are you a Lucian person? Are you gonna try and stab me?
No.
Okay. Yeah, there's witches in the woods who know stuff about nature.
Sure.
Yeah, I just need to see what they know about stuff.
You're on a real spiritual journey, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
I just did. Well, I can help you with this.
You don't know the witches. Apparently they're not very.
No, that's elf stuff. I don't really do a lot of that.
Oh, okay. Elf stuff.
Sure.
Do you know anything about them?
I know that I don't want much to do with that. I like to
Okay.
do things with my hands. I like to hammer things into the shape I like them to be.
I love doing that too.
I know you do. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm wearing the mystic shard armor still.
Right. Yeah, that's fine word. Is that yours?
Yeah, it is. I
Why
made
did
it.
you need my help for reals? Is it just the witches?
It's not. It's well. Okay. I don't have. Well, I don't have a lot of money, so I kind of just came down here.
Do you want to use me
for
workshop?
this. I would love to use your workshop, but I mostly just came to deliver this so I could expense it.
You don't need to expense that. I just don't do this kind of thing anymore. Look, I've got a simple life here now. I can make horseshoes and scythe blades and hammers.
You like? I haven't made a horseshoe in years. We did
It's
it in
lovely. You should do it for a living. It's a simple life. There's no one making demands of you. There's no one opening extra dimensional gates and pulling horrors through. And you could just...
Did that happen to you?
No.
Who are you?
Are you trying to make some sort of insight check right now?
Sure.
It's
Trying to
really
dig into
weird.
my business.
3.
3. She's a tough read.
She's so. I don't know what's happening.
I love her.
I want the scene to happen for forever.
This
is it. This
the
is
fact
the
that she
I'm
keeps
just
saying
feel like-
it's like if I told someone to hold shift to run. You know what I mean?
Isn't it wonderful that these actors are here for our entertainment?
know,
right?
How
Okay.
droll
Well,
they've
yeah,
got
no.
themselves.
If I can use the stuff here in your shop.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
sometimes I just the hustle and bustle of Shizar is a lot. It was nice to go on a little trip.
You're all the way from Shizar.
Yeah.
I've been under there.
And did you like it?
Well, I haven't been on. It looked like underground, but yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
The fungus was great that time of year.
Yeah. Oh, that's important. Did you notice anything about fungus here?
Why?
Weird stuff with fungus.
Hold on.
I love a
why?
segue.
No,
Smooth as silk.
that is a hard right angle you're giving me. But
Yeah. Well, we can talk more. I'm so sorry. We could go back to talking about.
what was your
living
name
underground.
again? I don't think we are death.
Retha, but if anyone asks, tell them my name's Mark.
Mark. Look, I can just call you Mark. Do you want to be Mark?
Yeah, but I didn't want to lie to you.
All right. Well, I don't want to lie to you either,
Okay, good. I really.
but I'm going to probably on occasion.
A lot of people do, and I almost never notice.
You've got a great grip.
Yeah, I'm
This is the best thing
above
that's ever
average
happened.
strength.
I would say so.
Just slightly, though, but.
Slightly above average is all it takes. Look, you're hitting me with 3 things here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deal with your druid people in the woods. I don't want anything
That's
to do with
so
it.
fine.
But you're talking about mushrooms, and I want to know why. And also, this is like a month's worth of work here for most people, but I could probably get it done in a day or 2.
That's impressive.
I'm impressive. Look, I'm in retirement, but what I can do, we can talk while we work. Huh?
Okay.
Grab a wrench.
Pull one out of my little tool.
Oh, is that all right? Let me see it. It's well maintained. Good. Is this adjustable?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a structural weakness, but it is convenient. So I won't.
Wrenching.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Well, let's get to working on the blades first. I'm gonna hold on, and she starts pretending like she's like cranking like a pedaled spinning wheel, but you see her like subtly like flick a lever, and as she takes her foot off the foot crank spinning wheel, you hear. And the spinning wheel just starts going, and just there's something hidden in a barrel that is causing the spinning wheel to go mad.
A bunch of hamsters.
We can talk about that too.
And she just kind of grinds a nice edge on that scythe, and she looks at it and she grinds a nice edge on the other side. She's like, I like to do a hollow grind on these. You're not supposed to because it makes them a little flimsy, but they stay sharper longer. And all right, I'll finish that later. Okay, now, so, and she's like, all right, hold on. Yeah, hand me. I've got a bucket of nuts. I've got a bucket of bolts over there. Would you hand me a handful of both?
Yeah.
She's just watching you.
I do. I just grab them and I hand them.
Yeah, all right. Good. And she just throws them.
Weird energy in the studio
You
today.
are
Weird
a-
energy.
No, immaculate energy.
Tough anvil to crack, aren't you?
You really shouldn't. Do you crack anvils? I don't.
If I need to, I can.
Yes, yes, sir.
My heart fluttered there a sec.
All right, so why mushrooms? She starts just tinkering around with some bits and bobs on her desk.
I was. There was a doctor who's in town.
Oh,
If you see a vampire, it's him. Not.
I heard there's some new arrivals helped.
Yeah, I'm one of them. He was saying a lot of stuff about mushrooms and cutaneous layers. I wasn't paying super close attention.
Yeah, one more time with that last little bit.
Visceral mycosis. I said it like 3
Cutaneous.
times.
Cutaneous layers.
Yeah. He said it was a fungi, so I guess it's not specifically a mushroom.
In here.
In something, in bread, maybe?
Bring him here when we're done.
Yeah.
First, I need you to make an alloy out of this. I've got some raw pig iron over here, and I've got some cobalt. We're going to need that because what you've got here, it's going to need something stronger but still flexible than anything I've got here in the shop. So now to make an alloy.
Yeah.
All right, good. And she puts you to work. She puts you to darn work. We can edit that. Dang it, that's the one. That's the one.
No, I'll believe it, but that section's staying in there.
Dang
Whole thing.
it. She puts you to heckin' work.
Great.
And she's a little taskmaster, but she's good, and she's not being cruel, but she's like very direct. She's very brusque, and she's
Perfect.
and what's your passive perception?
Bad.
Oh.
This is one of my favorite fantasy tropes.
9.
9. You don't notice
blacksmith.
anything special.
Okay.
Doctor,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Would you not sing
I've been
outside
working
the
for a
whole
long
time?
time.
Yeah.
I need to ask you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Passive investigation is 17, plus 7 for investigation and medicine. I can.
What you're doing is
What am I learning?
significant. You are seeing structures that resemble what you would
What I'm looking for.
what you would look. No, you're seeing things that resemble human tissues in functionality. But the closer you look, you see spongy material and fibrous material, and you're seeing some sort of liquid, some sort of viscous liquid. Whatever this is not a person.
They're pod people. They're shroomy pod people.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the time to clean my tools and myself. Who all is still there at the constable station where I'm working?
Kirka's there.
Ju-
We're all there.
oh,
Well,
You're all there except for her.
Well, yeah, Kirka. Well, can you describe the constable station again?
yeah, it's just a solid looking building. It's brick. There's some bars over of 2 windows on the outside. There's glass windows on the front, and towards the back of the constable's office there are just pure iron bars. There's 2 cells, kind of a crude wooden door.
Jail.
It's a little jail, yeah, with a desk. And
Is there an attendant at the desk?
no, but the constable's like pacing around out front. It doesn't smell great inside.
Are there prisoners in the cells?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take the time to clean up my tools and my workstation and myself and everything like that. Is anybody inside with me to be able to see the body that I'm working on? They're all outside?
Not at the
I
moment,
would've stepped
but like
I can't imagine.
visually
you
it
would tolerate
looks
us in
right.
there.
It's when you get close.
Right. I'm just curious because I will have, again, whatever you want to do with the narrative, but like, literally speaking, I will have flayed this person. Like they are apart. And I don't know if that matters to everybody else if they're seeing it or not.
It
No,
will
you're
matter to
totally
Azad,
wrong.
I
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, I would, but like,
You'd be pissed if you saw it, but I'm wondering
I'm
if you see
outside.
it.
I'm outside.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Then I am going to go outside to them, and as I do so,
I don't know. Wait, did you hear Gwen? Gwen has left.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Gwen just sort of like took off only because after like Retha comes out of the blacksmith shop, I just want Gwen to be sitting there going, "What you doing?"
you want to have
That's
that
it. That's the
conversation
only
No, I
reason
wanna
she
cut
left.
back
Just
to that in a minute.
Just for
Yeah,
that.
For that
resolve
That's
sick.
it.
this, and
That's
then
it.
we'll cut back to that.
Okay. So I'm going to come out of the station, and I'm, finishing cleaning myself.
How bloody do you look?
You know what? It's cleaner than you'd expect. I'm a professional after all.
Okay.
Still mainly his blood.
Okay.
Yeah, but not.
Okay.
It's very clear that I've been elbow deep in a person. And so, I'll come out of there. Well,
What did you do?
I learned a lot, is what I did. And what I learned is really important. And I understand that you're going to be very upset with me, but it is imperative for you and I and everyone in this town that
Doctor,
you
what
listen
did
to
you
me
learn?
very carefully. Have you ever had moldy cheese?
Why ever
Have you
have-
ever seen a piece of hard cheese become moldy?
I've heard that it can happen.
Do you know why you can't just cut the mold off and eat the rest?
Yes, your servants do that for you.
It's because
Sometimes you don't have any other option.
the roots of the fungus have grown through the rest of the cheese.
Hold on, insight check. This is just for Catie. Is that real?
Yeah.
Because I've been
Yes,
eating
no.
a lot of mold and
That is
no, that's so
real.
When it comes to
Don't do that.
when it comes to a really
Cool.
yeah, when it comes to like a really
Like-
hard cheese, like a hard block of cheddar, you can cut a couple of inches past where you
like
see.
2 inches,
to do
but like
several.
don't.
Yeah, but you just shouldn't.
Don't do it.
Yeah, the real fact of the matter is, especially
go.
on soft things like bread, y'all, if you see the mold, that means that the hyphae, the roots of the fungus, has already permeated the entire thing. The mold that you see on the surface is like flowers. It's the blooming, spreading spores. So in the same way that you
Professor?
can't just cut the
Professor?
top of a rose.
Hey, make your own YouTube video about that.
Fine. Okay.
Great, this is why we brought all you people.
We've come here to not do that.
Don't eat mold is the moral.
Donate to Doctors Without Borders.
Don't
They
eat
help
mold.
people with real fungal
Don't-
infections.
Don't be like me, apparently. I guess learn from this mistake.
your-
All right, great.
You're perfect. I love you.
Thank you.
Throw your moldy bread away.
genuinely enjoy it.
Yes.
Throw your bread away.
It's oh man, it's hard to be serious and grumpy with you all. The reason why you can't eat moldy food is because the mold has already spread throughout the food. The same way that I saw the mold spreading through the bread under the microscope, only usually much, much slower. And what I think is happening is that something about that bread is getting these spores into people. I don't know how, but I think that's what's happening. And what I know is happening is that those spores are doing things to those people that you do not want me to explain to you. Visceral mycoses. And that is something that could make someone immundus.
Oh, okay. So Kirk is gonna just like strong arm you aside, the sweep of her
Oof.
gownish arm, and push past you back into the building.
I don't recommend that.
Thank you, noted, and just like beeline for the corpse.
Yeah, you see a thoroughly
Hamburger.
flayed corpse.
Yep.
Not a hamburger. There's precision. It's almost artful in its.
Love Hannibal.
I was just gonna say that. I swear to God.
It is
Surgical.
after the shock. I don't know if she would be shocked by this or not, but most people would be shocked by seeing what you see. But you then notice the care and the precision and almost the love and attention to detail of which this corpse has not been crudely flayed, but taken apart and examined.
Okay. So she'll just sort of stop and she
Azad.
maybe catches her breath for a moment because whatever she was expecting, it wasn't that. And I just want to gingerly just touch it. Just a little, whatever's nearest with her bare hands.
There's lots of
Stupid, but
pieces.
she's not a scientist.
Sure,
And just cast read object again. It's just a cantrip.
sure.
And just see.
Would bodies be considered as objects still? or-
It's not a living body
What
anymore.
are they?
It's meat.
I do believe this counts as a corpse for specific.
Okay, maybe it won't
D&D
work.
purposes.
Maybe it won't
Yeah,
work,
I
but
don't,
she-
I'm
she's
not.
gonna
I'm not
try.
trying to be a bummer.
Yeah, no, it's fine. She's gonna touch it and just see if can she read it the way that she read that bread.
Yeah. As a cantrip, so it's not costing you a whole lot. You're not getting much. You get more from the table. You know,
Okay.
table was not recently used as a weapon.
Okay. Right. And then, okay, so then, I don't know if I can actually.
Sometimes the table has an orc sleeping upon it.
Are there any candles around here?
There's some candles, and
Okay.
there's a couple on the desk. It looks like one of them is burnt almost all the way down, and one of them seems relatively fresh. They're just sitting in a little lamp.
Okay, she's going to just walk around and.
Smart.
I'll cast, if I can, I guess, fire into the tongue.
Yeah,
and just
just
suck,
inhaling.
just inhale it.
Casting the first
That's
half
all
of it.
the
Yeah,
fire she
love
can
that.
get. She's going to just gather it up.
Yeah, how does
and-
that feel for her?
Ooh.
It feels like drinking a strong liqueur that's like warm all the way down. And you know when you drink a strong liqueur, you almost feel like you can envision the glow in your belly.
Yeah.
Like for a minute, if you could see through her clothes, you would see like a warm glow, and then it dissipates. And she, goes back outside.
That's really cool and a great description. I am disappointed that you did not just answer spicy, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, no, yeah.
Spicy. No, I'm kidding.
Azad,
Yes.
I need you to come with me, and I need you to remain calm. My brother in the faith, can you remain calm?
Show me what you
We
need.
are here to do good works, and good works we shall do.
Show me what you need.
So she will escort him back to the room. And
will
like the door's
freeze.
closed, and just be like, ready?
As I know
Opens the door.
he will freeze at the sight. And if you're observing him, there's a shift that happens. And for a brief moment, you don't see Azad the cleric. You see, a very brief moment, someone else. Someone not of faith, not of kindness, a different Azad that once was, of anger, of murder, of vengeance. And then
I know. What was done was done, but we must dispose of this quickly and honorably. Will you help me?
he will get the most graceful passing he can. He was full of life. He would come to our sermons. He had so much more, and this is not the way one must go.
This was not the way he went. And I think that any one of us would be grateful to be of use in the afterlife as this one has been. But perhaps I think we now can cleanse what remains with the mother's fire.
The mother already has taken him, but if you do need to do what you must, I will assist.
Will you pray?
Yes.
So perhaps we say a prayer together. And then what is there in the room that we can use to like respectfully contain this? Is there anything?
In this room, not that much. There is some bloody sheets.
Okay.
But that's about it. They're probably pressed off to the side. Knowing Dr. Vindica, they're probably folded neatly in the
Yeah.
corner.
It would be.
Okay, so let's like gather it up in one of the sheets.
Azad helps you, and you can see him very lovingly do his best to put him back together.
Yeah.
And cover him up. And is the face still?
The face was already burned pretty badly because
Yeah.
he had been lit in a flame.
There wouldn't have been a reason to dissect there.
Yeah. And I just gently touch, and for a brief moment, it's just very temporary. It's just, you see how he once was. And that was very important to Azad. He's like, and he gently touches the head and brushes the hair aside. And as he lets go, it goes back to the corpse that it is. If you do not mind, may I take it outside, as is our custom, as he
Certainly.
would have liked.
Certainly. So let's take it out. And so then you all will see us. Well, you're gone, right? So The doctor and the constable will see us emerge with a big old sack of body.
Well, I don't think I can really let you take him
I
off.
don't think you can stop me.
Constable,
Oh,
there is
please.
Did
nothing.
you have plans this?
If I may,
I was just going to return him to his family.
that is what we want to do.
Well,
And afterwards, we will work with them to give him the dignified send-off that he deserves.
is there any specific reason you need to take him out of my office?
This corpse has been befouled, Constable. He cannot stay here, and we must dispose of it as quickly and honorably as we can. There's something amiss, and we will tell you more when we know more.
Can I gather more of them again? But look, I'm being real convivial here. I'm not trying to be a stick in the mud, but the boy had family.
If you can, then perhaps I cannot carry him with the state of my being, but if you can go with the constable and he may be able to take you to his family, or his family.
Very well.
I think you mind if I just make the contact? They know me.
Very well.
All right. Are you trying to turn him over at the cemetery?
Sure. So maybe we can go back towards the chapel.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
All right. Well, do you want to go and talk to them again, or do you want to go with them?
I'll come in a bit.
We're not going to enter.
As you leave, is Victor still there?
I would be standing right outside, yeah.
Yeah. As you both leave, he watches you both send off. And the moment you are out of sight, he immediately turns to you and sticks a blade right under your chin. What you have done today is beyond foul.
What I have done today is science. Mortui vivos, mortui vivos docent. The dead teach the living. That man taught me more in death than he ever could have taught me in life, and that knowledge will save hundreds.
Perhaps. But what is happening here? Once it is done, you will leave this place.
Once it is done, I will treat the next patient.
Wherever you go, I don't care, but it will not be here. I walk away.
I had to remember the Latin there for a second. Mortui vivos docent.
That's not Latin, that's Lucian.
Yeah, it's Lucian.
Right, apparently, yeah.
Lucian.
It's in a weird order. It's literally the dead, the living teach. It's weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, am I correct in assuming that you were absconding with a body?
I wouldn't say we're absconding with
Right.
it. We've got some permission to have it,
We
more
have
or
the
less.
authority
To
carry
take it to the graveyard.
to the family.
The well, the constable is approaching the McGinn fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The
yeah?
McGinn family.
Not cutting it.
And I
Dang
am
it.
with the constable, correct?
Do
I have
you
gone
want
with
to
him.
be?
I believe I have gone with him.
Okay,
You were the one that been
yes.
carrying the body.
Yeah. Oh, I'm carrying
Oh,
the body.
I thought you
think.
were.
Okay, we'll have given the body to the
Yeah,
Kirk is
okay.
like, oh, I'm not
okay.
possibly constable, and perhaps.
Says, well, I'm not going to bring the body to the family at this point in time. I feel like it would be a bit upsetting, especially given its current state.
Very well. Azad,
Yes.
can you, having not, I assume, or maybe this is moments
catch up.
before, maybe this is moments before this interaction, because you wait until we're gone.
Yeah.
So moments before then, we'll say, however you need to get this to the church, take it there and wait for me.
Very well.
Okay.
Do you have anybody that can help carry him, or perhaps? You know what? I'll take.
Assistance. I can probably muster up somebody, but on short notice. I would really, if this is as important as you all say, then I'd like to head right over and inform the family.
Please.
Because if we just bury the lad, they don't get the closure they deserve.
Very well.
Very well. I'm sure the doctor would be happy to assist me to take it back to the church.
Did I go with them?
No.
Did you?
You and I were.
We're still,
Yeah,
now we're still.
You threatened my life and then you left.
No, that interaction has not yet happened. We're backing up just a little bit. So we've come outside.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you meant after that, but before you left.
We're
Got it.
still in front of the jail, police
Yeah.
station. We're just figuring out where to go next.
Yeah.
So
And then
then we will very well, and off we'll go.
I won't have another murder in the town, so if you two can carry a body without butchering one another, I'll leave it to you.
no, we will respect the sanctity of this body and take it back.
I'll take you to do so. Let's go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed all the mushrooms growing everywhere.
What?
That.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, they just keep reappearing.
New
Because I noticed
son of a
some.
gun.
Yeah, I mentioned it a while ago.
Yeah, I
Well,
noticed
I
it when you
did-
mentioned it.
I
But I was
didn't-
like, I think there's more than one.
Great. Okay.
I'm playing.
No, you don't need to like hammer, right? Like you've got a strong arm, clearly. Impressive, by the way.
Yeah. It's a good arm.
Excuse me. Better in than out, they say. You're deft with the tools. You could have done this.
Yeah, maybe, probably.
No, you could have. All right. Well,
It's good I've met you though. I'm glad to have met you, so that's cool.
it's lovely to have met you too. You said mushrooms.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember, and you're almost finished with what we can accomplish today. I'd like to talk to your mushroom friend. You have like a mycologist of some sort with you.
He's some kind of scientist, seems
My-
to know a lot about a lot of different kinds of science.
Like a Swiss Army scientist.
Yes, exactly. But I can bring him here. He loves talking about science too, so I'm sure he'll love talking
We'll
to
get
you.
right along then. Great. Well, if you could bring him by, that would be lovely because I've got a vested interest in the subject.
Oh, okay. Can I know more than that, well, I'll bring him. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's just I was gonna ask him to come here, and then I'll just say, well, she was interested, and then he might say, why, and I would say,
That I'd like to speak to him regarding mushrooms.
yeah, no, that makes sense. That's normal. That's good. Okay.
I get nervous. Why are you so nervous?
I'm always nervous.
Shouldn't be. You're a great mechanic.
Yeah, well, I mean, mechanicing doesn't make me nervous, just everything else all
Sure.
of the time.
I get it. Look, you're young, but eventually everybody just kind of gets in your way enough that you're not intimidated by people as much as you are by problems, and then people become problems, and then you just start finding them annoying. Not you. You're lovely, and I'm. Look, you're like I said, you're deft with the tools. You're a great maker. You've got a keen hand with an anvil. That's a rarity around these parts. Yeah, go get your guy. Go get your mycologist.
I have a question.
Of course, love.
You have a decent amount, not a ton of titanium ore.
I've got. Why? That's rare stuff.
Just a little bit. Just like this much.
All of the asks with you and none of the answers. Make a persuasion check. I got to tell you, I was saving that for a special occasion.
5.
Mycologist first.
Oh.
All right. Look at that strong grip on you.
Yeah, it's a normal grip. And I leave.
She's a deception check.
4.
Real normal. Love. Go get Mushroom Boy.
Mushroom boy! Vampiric mushroom boy!
Adventures of Mushroom Boy and Baby Girl.
I need this comic.
Speaking of which, you're hanging around.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. What time of day is it, DM?
Kind of late afternoon, like
Okay.
2:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So probably not night time.
Not
Yeah, you don't get to be
just-
cool
Something has
smoking
gone
a cigarette.
very
like,
badly
yeah.
wrong.
What are
So-
you doing?
Just like
up here?
leaning against the No, yeah,
Funny.
I think like Gwen probably got bored just like waiting for the doctor, and so she sort of just like went on like a little like rollabout town and like just kind of like checked out the sights, and then probably at some point remembered that like Ratha was heading over to the blacksmith, so she went to go see like what he was doing, and yeah, and I was just gonna say like Gwen was like just parked outside with like a snack that she purchased
Yeah.
at like a place, and
Yeah.
she's just like chilling, just like, doing some writing, doing some reading, living life.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Yeah. Have you been out? How long have you been out here?
a while. Where were you?
I guess I kind of picked up a shift at the blacksmith.
Oh, well, yeah, you do that.
Yeah, well, I was, I came here, but I have to make something for my boss, so I was doing that.
Who's your boss now?
Corrie Will,
I don't know. Who's that?
the very, well-known wizard person.
Not that
All right.
well.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I make stuff for him.
Yeah, I know you're a great maker. I just want to
Thanks.
know.
Where's Dr. Vindeka?
He's
It's better than vampire.
I think he's he's at the constable's office. He was he was doing something to a body, some sort of test or something, and I got a bit squicked out, so I left.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, the blacksmith wants to talk to him.
All right. And
Yeah.
Gwen, I think has known Ritha for a while.
Yeah.
And so I think that Gwen has this understanding that sometimes Ritha will just have these moments of I need to go do this completely obscure and random thing, and Gwen's like, all right. So that's just the vibe is of course you do. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Here's a new tangent.
Yeah, I'm bedeviled with side quests.
Yeah.
You are.
It's ADHD.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. Do you want to come?
Yeah,
out?
we can go. We can go now. Yeah.
Are you, Ritha? Are you all right? Are you in any trouble? Are you? Because this is weird. Even for you.
Yeah. No, I know. No, I'm fine.
Are you fine or are you fine?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
She's going to stare at you for a weirdly long time because she knows it's going to make you real uncomfortable. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right. Well, you can talk to me if you.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay. All right. I will take you at your word. But if you need anything.
I will. If I need anything, I will. I just want to find the doctor, take him to the blacksmith.
A perfectly reasonable thing.
And then later I might want to find those forest witches, but that's a separate thing.
Oh.
Those are the only two things on my plate here.
What? Why? What?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. All right. And she just starts rolling. All right. This is Ritha. All right. Here we go.
Okay. What are you guys doing? Dr. Victor Vindica, what are you doing right now?
Apparently, I'm helping to transport the body. Yeah, move.
Yeah,
you and I had a confrontation, and now we're walking off
This
together.
could be two separate bags, or it could be all one bag.
No.
For presentation's sake, I would make sure it was in one bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't take you too long to get. It's a small town, and it doesn't take you very long at all to get to the cemetery just outside of the chapel. As you arrive, you see that the Chaplain Grannon is trying to paint over a scorch mark on the front of his building.
Oh.
And he sees you coming. He's like, "Well, welcome. What do you got with you?"
I'm afraid it is not the nicest of newses, but it is our duty, and I have brought one more for the dirt.
Is it the McGinn boy?
Yeah.
He is a good lad. All right, well, that's a horrible way to have gone for a good kid.
More than you know. Do not open the bag.
Aye?
No, it's not. It's not a sight for one to see right now.
It wasn't a good way to go regardless, so I think we'll respect him as much as we can. I wasn't expecting to intern him for a day or two.
Sometimes it doesn't go as our plans, but it is what it is.
That's a lot coming from you. What do you mean by that?
Who are we to decipher what the mother wants?
Assad, I love you a lot. What does he mean by that?
This body was badly damaged
Right.
at the point of death, and then was subjected to significant examination in order to learn more about his condition. This is time for a closed casket funeral, preferably quickly, just for their and their family's sake.
All right, well, And he kind of climbs down off his little wooden ladder, and he's got like just a white paint bucket hanging off of his hip, and he's like, well, all right, boys, well, I'll be right back. And he disappears for a moment. He comes back with 2 shovels. He's like, let's go. And he takes one, and he goes around to the side of the cemetery and starts digging himself.
Azad comes and will start assisting.
That's a good lad. It's strange. Why the urgency, though?
What happened to this person
Right?
after their death is nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that's outside of normal medical protocol. However, it does reduce the time in which they can keep.
All right. You're being mighty secretive. Why are they keeping? What? I mean, like a body, like they start going pretty quick, but
At this point, the doctor, you just see Azad finally crack and goes, the doctor, in his eagerness to find out what went wrong and perhaps trying to learn more beyond as to why we had these attacks and why someone came to our town, a bit eagerly dug deeper into the body than one is considered proper.
Yes, I very eagerly worked quietly, carefully, and just, what's the word I'm looking for here? Deliberately for several hours. Again, nothing happened to this body that was outside of the realm of normal medical science. We learned quite a lot, and we can help a lot of people. It is for the best for the family that they don't see the body, but only get their chance to mourn and grieve in their own time.
understood. Well, I hope you learned what you needed to learn.
More than you think. I assure you, this person's death was not in vain. What I learned from them in death will save dozens, if not hundreds of lives.
Very well. Well, we've got a hole to dig. I'm assuming somebody's getting them begins because they're gonna want to see him off.
We have one already on the way.
Kirka, you're going with the sheriff?
Am. With the sheriff?
The sheriff. I'm sorry, the constable. We're fancy. We're
Yes.
fancy here, so he's
Yes.
a constable.
He has a silly hat.
He's got a bowler hat, and it looks cute on him. How dare you?
You know what? You're right to
That
call me
felt
out
like
on
a
that
personal
one.
attack there.
He looks adorable with his big bushy mustache that turns into sideburns. That's called something. And
Mutton
his-
chops.
Mutton
His
chops.
mutton chops
Yeah.
and his just very subtle tusks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're almost here. Thank you for the company.
Certainly.
Did you know them again? Were they important to you? Or?
No, I didn't know them. In fact, I just got here yesterday, and this has already been quite a bit more than I thought I paid for when I got my ticket.
Well, yeah. Ontrior is normally a lot sleepier than this. Sorry.
You have nothing to be apologetic for unless you're in some way responsible.
Well, I mean, I'm one man in a small town, and but we've got a crime problem. But there's only so much one guy can do it sometimes. It's better not to kick a beehive.
So there's one constable and one innkeeper.
Aye.
Is there one of every one?
Well, we've got one mayor. We've got one river right over there. I got one forest right there.
I was going to say, everyone's special. There's only one of you. It's lovely.
Well, no, I mean, I can enlist deputies if I need to. We're burying one pretty soon.
Oh.
He's a good lad.
Are you of the new faith or the old, Father? Or not Father, Constable.
Well,
Father Constable.
Father
I'm
Constable.
afraid I'm not the father. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Sorry, let me take that again.
Bless
Are
you
you-
straight to jail.
A woman. Are you of the new faith or the old, Constable?
a bit of neither. Not really. Look, you see what people can do to one another for a while, and you just kind of lose all hope and that kind of thing.
A woman.
Well, I understand walking in two worlds, and neither. I'm perhaps not as pious as some I could think of, but I strive to do the most good in whatever way I may. So I hope that this...
You've done so much good. I mean, my God, I gotta tell you, it doesn't help that the church itself tore my town apart.
When did that start?
Yesterday.
Right.
I
I thought you meant philosophically.
No, I meant more like there was a guy with a sword.
Yes. I met him or his friends.
Yeah, I know. I did thank you for what you done. By the time I got there, the violence had already occurred. It's quick.
Startlingly so.
Well, I'm going to knock on the door.
Yeah, there's not much, if they walk in silence for a little while, that's fine. Companionably or whatever.
Aye. And he's like, well, thank you. And he goes and kind of raps on the door. It's just a little ways off.
Mm-hmm.
Just barely within earshot.
Okay.
And you can tell that they've already gotten the news.
Oh, okay.
But there's a little bit of back and forth, and you see kind of an elderly couple, human, and Mrs. McGinn is kind of wearing her aprons and stuff. The news caught her just amid doing something, and you see kind of an elderly fella with his arm around her, and then they kind of begin arguing, and you see hand gestures of he's trying to placate them. And then you see them both kind of look a little bit defeated. And he tips his hat. They come back. And he's like, well, they'd like to attend a ceremony, of course. But they're amicable. We get along. So, suppose we're interning the boy directly.
Yes and no. We will be helping him pass on honorably and in keeping with the rites of Blessed Luciana.
Right.
You may stand as witness if it would help assuage your fears.
I'm not afraid. I just want to make sure nothing improper happens, especially to these poor people.
Their son is in the best care, I assure you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm grateful for the help. Truly.
Perhaps you have duties to attend to, and I will attend to mine.
When do you think the ceremony?
Immediately.
All right. Well, I'll let the family know, and we'll meet you over there at the church.
Very good.
All right.
And she'll just bustle off that way.
Yeah. You managed to get quite a ways ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, church team. What are you guys doing? You guys digging a hole?
They're digging a hole.
Yep.
I am not digging a hole.
Little help would be appreciated.
I didn't tell them to dig a hole. I told them to wait for me, so this is going to be very funny.
This is going to be so fun.
The father only brought 2 shovels. I don't know what you wanted me to do.
Well, if you're looking to pick up here, doctor. I insist. If you're
Yeah. So Victor is going to take this thing and. No stranger to hard work, but definitely not wanting to get any dirtier than he already is. So just kind of, right.
Already need a shower.
Luciana's tears, hand it back.
Just take this back off and get in there.
All right, fine.
Can I show up like right about now?
Yeah, we're also heading to
Okay.
You guys are heading to the church?
We conveniently all walk
What
the same
are you
direction,
doing?
Same time.
Digging.
We're digging.
How observant.
Azad, I said to meet me here.
But this is, and he just sticks the shovel in the ground and looks up. Already like the grave is not that deep.
He's
It's
400. You see a shovel.
looking up. She's like, no, I know, but we're still we need to prep at least before the family comes, and we can make this.
Azad, we're going to cremate the body.
That is not the custom here. I don't know if that is the way you do it where you come from, but
That is not
It's
the way.
really not appropriate.
Father, with your permission, this body is unclean in such a way that I would fear for any animal that may eat it or any of the soil that may come in contact with it. If you put this in your graveyard, you may risk exposing your town again.
In all fairness, Kirky, there are already several other bodies like this in this graveyard, and quite frankly, the family has been through enough and should be able to observe their customs while we work on something else.
Oh, you have religion now, do you?
I don't. What I have is compassion. And these people, while these people think and work and act much more differently than I am accustomed to and comfortable with, I understand that I am a stranger here and I'm only trying to help, and I think that not burying this body would only make things worse with very little actual benefit, considering the fact that many other bodies in this condition are, again, already buried here.
You talk a lot for someone who doesn't say very much.
I have been nothing but honest with you. I have not told you everything all the time, but I have never lied to you. All I'm telling you is that what we are seeing here, I'm trying very hard not to say anything in front of this priest here. All I'm saying is that what we're experiencing is already clearly a widespread issue. Making this grieving family suffer more is not useful. I think for once, Azad and I agree on something, and you should see that, if you'll pardon the term, as a miracle.
Very well, gentlemen. You've explained my business to me. I will not presume to interrupt your work. Only perhaps try not to dig a grave so deep that you all fall in it. And with a sweep of her skirts, she will turn and head off where hopefully the other two are coming up the road.
So conveniently. Yeah.
So conveniently. What's going on with you two as Kirka approaches?
Yeah, I've just been talking.
Yeah, I think we've just been like chatting down
Like
the road.
I know I'm like being weird. It's fine. How are you? Are you okay? Why did you come back?
Well, I was going to take over for the old school teacher. For a while, we've been trying to find a replacement, and so that was why I'm here. But I got a bit distracted along the way.
Yeah, me too. Hey.
You will see Kirka just like in a. Her skin is glowing a little bit more than usual, and she upright, squared, prim, fiercely storming her way down the road. And as you come like fairly close to her, she'll just go, "Ugh!" and turn her head, and a gout of flame just comes searing out of her mouth.
You seem upset.
I was saving that fire for a nobler purpose, but once again, my work has been men!
Yeah. Where are they right now?
Digging their own grave, I hope.
What happened?
Come with me and you'll find out.
All right.
Okay.
And she'll just brief them real quick. Dr. Vindica cut up the body. Where we've spoken to the family, we're burying it. Like, you'll get the deets.
Is the family on the way? Like, where's the family?
They
They should be, yeah.
Yeah, they're
They should be
nearly
right
there.
behind there.
You can see like the constable, the immense constable, and the grieving elderly couple they're moving along a little slower. They're in advanced years.
Do I recognize them?
Yeah, you know the McGinns. They're good folk. They're kind of simple farm folk. You probably saw Sean McGinn coming up as a young man. I don't know how long you've been gone exactly.
I think like 3 years.
Oh yeah. So he was like a in his late teens when you left.
Okay. Gwen is gonna kind of like roll in and like kind of see all of this situation, and then look over and notice the McGinns. And she is just going to go over and sort of park herself next to Mrs. McGann, and just kind of like reach up and hold her hand. And what's father doing?
He's holding her other hand, and she kind of squeezes it. She's like, "Good to see you there, Gwendolyn.
I'm so sorry.
He was a sweet guy. He was a brave boy.
Yeah, he was. He was so nice to me when I was here.
I think he was probably trying to save the day. He was always trying to save the day.
He was so brave.
Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna put him to rest now.
Mrs. McGann,
I
do you want to sing?
want to sing. Not really. Is that all right?
No, of course it's all right. I just know sometimes the old gods, but whatever you're into, that's all right.
No, that's lovely. Thank you.
Jesse should sing. Jesse should sing.
Wait, Jesse doesn't want to sing like this.
I don't really want to sing
Jesse
like that.
should, Jesse should sing.
Jesse will kill your
Okay.
character.
I think, like, the purpose of that was Gwen knows that there are people in this town who really hold on to old traditions, and Gwen would know that, like, of the old gods, like, the, like, mourning song, like, the keening song, like, that's, like, part of it. And so Gwen's like, I know we're here, but do you want to do something that is important for you? And so she was just checking to make sure that they wanted that or not.
No, that's lovely. I was with you.
Yeah.
But she's having a real moment. This is this morning. Maybe
Of course.
I mean, I don't really hold to the whole Luciana thing anyway. Yeah, we're old. You've been here longer than that church, but Chaplin's a good guy. And I just hope, maybe to Crone take it back home, and maybe we'll see him again when the maiden brings him back.
I'll just kind of nod.
So, that's cool. Bury me, boy.
It's real sad, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm bringing
Yeah,
up
you
the
gotta
moves.
know,
It's
be
real
in
sad.
it, but like be in the
And-
sad a little bit.
Kirka, Retha would have asked if you were comfortable, and like you don't have to do this in character, but like to sort of kind of explain what the body looked like, and I guess kind of in character. Just so, what did the fungal thing? What was that like?
It didn't look like anything. It looked like a body, cleanly worked, as cleanly as any hunter would dissect and arrange a kill. It was good work as much as I can tell, but other than that, I only saw a body.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
curious. Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's I was just wanted to know what it looked
Yeah.
like.
A small crowd kind of gathers as word has kind of gotten around, including some like shady-looking characters that are just kind of gathering around on the outskirts. And as the chaplain begins conducting a very sweet eulogy, a very, very humble pine box is lowered into the ground. And you actually hear some sniffs from kind of like the tough-looking guys on the exterior. And Mr. McGinn is just bawling, just falling apart, barely standing. And towards the end of the ceremony, several members of people that you would probably recognize as the pack began shoveling dirt on top of the box.
Wait, how can we just because they're just mean-looking guys?
They'll
How
have
can we
matching
tell?
jackets.
Dr. Vindica saw these gentlemen standing on a street corner.
They were gruff with me.
They were rough.
That makes them crimers.
Ne'er-do-wells.
And asking any of the attendees, at least in the deference that they pay these gentlemen. And the Mrs. McGinn walks over and says, take it, boys. I know you two had some altercations, but... And you see a very, very handsome young man. He's got a hood, and as he peers out, you see these sand-colored eyes and kind of medium brown skin. With this beautiful smile, he looks at her and he says, of course, the pack sticks together. And that's where we're going to call it today.
Who be sticking the pack together, y'all?
Oh,
The dragon.
I think it's the flippin' dragon. I think I'm gonna put it down. I think it's the flippin' dragon. I'm excited to see how it happens next.
On the next episode.
On the next episode.
Next time on.
Yes. No, please take us out. That would be lovely.
Next time on Roll for Initiative.
Trailer.
Who is the leader of the pack?
Oh man.
Oh snap!
That's
Can
way
he
better.
actually breathe fire like a real dragon?
Is he just a man with weird facial features?
I'm sure I don't know anything about it.
I actually
Because I
just
don't.
Yes,
I
you
don't.
did. Nothing.
I know
I
everything,
don't
actually.
know anything.
Yeah.
No,
Jesse told me
you
everything.
don't.
Jesse told
Amelia
me.
came.
Jesse
All
came and was
prepared.
like, this is exactly
Came to
the
you in your
plot.
dream.
That's why
I-
everything I've been doing has been so weird and specific. It's because I know how it
It all
ends.
comes together in the end.
Thank you all so
Speedrunning.
much for watching this mess. Please donate at the link below.
Hey.
Again, this is for Doctors Without Borders. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. We love you a lot. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Next time on Roll for Initiative.
You notice the impressively beautiful young man with the heavy hood. And he turns to you. He's like, the dragon would like a word.
Doctor,
Read them.
would you accompany me to the blacksmith tomorrow? We're looking for information about what's going on.
As am I.
Yeah, so I think that might be a good lead.
A blacksmith.
Yes, she's really cool. She knows, I think she opened an interdimensional portal once.
You're an audible growl coming from the doctor's tummy.
You see Azad also walk out and once again head into the forest. And once again removes his feet. As he
Removes his feet.
Sorry, remove his shoes.
Jesus Christ.
Surprise!
Titus,
The Titus.
Titus, Titus.